The Lesser Key of Solomon. Episode 1.
The book Lemegeddon Clavicula Salomonis reveals 72 demonic entities, beings that witches and sorcerers secretly invoke to fulfill their dark desires or for worship. These entities, known as the banished demons, have been involved in every act of forbidden magic throughout history. In fact, all the infernal powers wielded by witches and sorcerers originate from these 72 demons. Each demon possesses unique abilities that can be used by skilled magicians to guide them in spells, rituals, and dark arts. Over the centuries, these entities have shaped the very structure of secret magical practices by binding their power to those who dare to summon them. Introduction to Demons 1 to 15 in the Lost Key of Solomon. Baal. Baal, the first and most prominent demon in the hierarchy of the Lost Key of Solomon, holds a position in the class of demon kings. He is an invisible being with the ability to shapeshift into a cat, toad, or human. Baal commands the southern region and leads over 66 legions of demons. In ancient civilizations, the Hebrews worshipped him in place of God, and the Sumerians knew him as Marduk. In ancient Egypt, he was associated with the god Horus, whose images are engraved with 3 symbolic crowns. Baal demonstrates his hatred and distrust of humanity by wearing a crown upside down. This trait alludes to a demonic irony in his behavior. Sorcerers and secret societies continue to worship him to this day. Baal presents himself according to the 3 overlapping realms: material, exemplary, and spiritual, in the form of a king, scholar, or demon. Encountering him instills a profound sense of distance in humans. Agars. Agars, the second demon in the list of the Lost Key, holds a position in the class of commanding dukes and dominates the eastern region. He appears as a calm old man or a man riding a crocodile. Agars has the ability to cause earthquakes and make the earth dance. He's fluent in all the languages of the world and has other names such as Barma, Amay, Tamiel, Dars, and King of the Eastern Hell. Contemporary Satanists consider him the creator of pop music. Agars delights in discrediting faithful and spiritual humans. 31 legions of demons are under his command. He excels in deception and misguidance, using his power to weaken human faith. This demon speaks to humans in a calm but influential voice. His presence in ancient texts is recorded as that of a cunning and powerful entity. Vasigo. Vasigo, the third demon, titled the Invincible Prince, holds a position in the class of demon princes. He assists humans in discovering hidden and behind-the-scenes matters and has complete dominion over the past. Vasigo appears in a semi-human form and then reveals his full form. His eyes are green and white, and he appears blind in the presence of humans. He engages in playful shapeshifting and aids those seeking fame. Vasigo knows the locations of treasures, and some mistake him for extraterrestrial beings. This demon is accompanied by 26 legions of demons. His skill in deceiving humans and providing hidden information makes him a dangerous entity. Vasigo is described in ancient texts as a mysterious and unpredictable being. Samagina. Samagina, the fourth demon in the Lost Key, appears in the form of a donkey or horse and has a harsh voice. He leads 30 legions of demons and teaches humans sleight of hand and sorcery. Samagina is capable of communicating with sinful dead souls. He has played a role in creating suspicions of extraterrestrial existence and excels in deceiving humans. This demon sometimes impersonates an angel to mislead the devout. Samagina is known in sorcerers' texts as a being with deceptive abilities. He assists wizards in performing demonic acts. His presence in history has been accompanied by the spread of rumors and discord. This demon speaks to humans in a voice that sends shivers down the spine. His power and misguidance makes him one of the most dangerous entities. Marbas. Marbas, the fifth demon, holds a position in the class of demon leaders and appears as a large lion. He can shapeshift into a human or a being with weeping eyes. Marbas is skilled in transformation and has sometimes been seen as a bear or a wolf. He's knowledgeable about diseases and their cures, and he teaches humans mechanics and arts. 36 legions of demons are under his command. There are reports of sightings of him in the deserts of Arizona in modern times. Marbas uses ambiguity and mystery in his speech. He assists sorcerers in discovering secrets and treating illnesses. With his multifaceted abilities, this demon is a complex and dangerous entity. His presence in history has been accompanied by profound impacts on societies. Valifer. Valifer, the sixth demon, holds a position in the class of demon commanders. He appears familiar to humans, but exploits this familiarity to steal spiritual things. Valifer sometimes appears as an extraterrestrial being with a long beard. He guides 10 legions of demons. This demon excels in deceiving humans by exploiting their sense of trust. Valifer assists sorcerers in performing hidden acts. His presence in ancient texts is recorded as that of a misleading entity. With a deceptive appearance, he draws humans toward sin. Valifer is known in history for stealing the spiritual values of humans. With his abilities, this demon poses a hidden threat to humanity. Amen. Amen, the seventh demon, holds a position in the class of noble demons and is the god of the ancient East. He appears as a wolf with a serpent's body or a human with dog's teeth, with flames emanating from his mouth. His other names include Amin, Radium, Elohim, Nephilim, Anunnaki, and Danak, Anki, Enlil, and Anu. Ammon has been present on Earth since the creation of humanity and has embedded himself in the minds of Arab and Jewish people through deception and cunning. He sows discord between friends, and 40 legions of demons are under his command. Ammon is depicted in ancient Egyptian texts as a man with a bird's head. With his deceptive abilities, this demon is one of the most powerful entities. He assists sorcerers in misleading humans. Ammon's constant presence in history has left deep impacts on cultures. Barbados. Barbados, the eighth demon, holds a position in the class of demon commanders. He is recognized by the songs of birds and the barks of dogs. Barbados assists sorcerers in finding treasures and grants them the ability to speak with animals. He appears holding a green emerald, and his seal is in the shape of a human grave, symbolizing death. Barbados popularized money worship among humans. Over 30 legions of demons are under his command. With his abilities in sorcery, this demon is a dangerous entity. He is known in history for deceiving humans and encouraging greed. Barbados assists wizards in protecting treasures. His presence in ancient texts is recorded as that of a deceptive being. Payman. Payman, the ninth demon, holds a position in the class of demon kings. He appears as a man with a splendid crown, riding a camel and holding a trumpet. Payman is the creator of music and master of all sciences. He reads the human mind and is aware of everything that exists on land and sea. 200 legions of demons, 5 of which are from angels, are under his command. 2 commanders named Labal and Nabali lead parts of his army. Payman assists sorcerers in performing demonic acts. He is described in ancient texts as a being with infinite knowledge. With his power, this demon poses a great threat to humanity. Payman is known in history for his profound influences on sciences and arts. Bur. Bur, the 10th demon, holds a position in the class of demon leaders. He appears as a sun with white hair and animal legs. Bur is a master of philosophy, ethics, arts, and botany. He guides 50 legions of demons, all skilled in philosophy and logic. Bur assists humans in discovering knowledge and arts. With a deceptive appearance, this demon draws humans toward misguidance. He is described in ancient texts as a being with extensive knowledge. Bur is a complex and dangerous entity with his abilities. He is known in history for his profound impacts on philosophy and sciences. This demon assists sorcerers in accessing secrets. Gusion. Gusion, the 11th demon, holds a position in the class of demon commanders. He appears as a scholarly man dressed in saffron robes. Gusion is aware of the past, present, and future, and is a master of design, industry, and arts. He guides over 40 legions of demons. This demon is known for his precise responses to human questions. Gusion is described in ancient texts as a being with deep knowledge. He assists sorcerers in discovering secrets and performing magical acts. With a deceptive appearance, he draws humans toward misguidance. Gusion is known in history for his profound impacts on sciences and arts. He is a powerful and dangerous entity. Sitri. Sitri, the 12th demon, is a great prince with a leopard's head, a bull's body, and wings. He sometimes appears as a beautiful human or a naked woman. Sitri creates intense love between women and men and feeds on sexual energy. He guides 60 legions of demons. This demon excels in creating imbalance between women and men. Sitri is described in ancient texts as a deceptive and dangerous being. He assists sorcerers in performing lustful acts. Satanist women who appear naked in public worship him. With his abilities, Sitri poses a great threat to humanity. He is known in history for his profound impacts on human relationships. Beleth. Beleth, the 13th demon, is a warrior riding a pale horse with a dagger in hand. He appears angry in the first encounter, and confronting him requires great courage. Beleth has a special skill in creating love and music. He guides 85 legions of demons. This demon is mostly sighted in the southern and eastern regions. Sorcerers who have allied with him wear a silver ring on their left hand. Beleth is described in ancient texts as a powerful and wrathful being. He assists sorcerers in performing magical acts. With his abilities, this demon is a dangerous entity. Beleth is known in history for his profound impacts on relationships and music. Loraica. Loraica, the 14th demon, appears as an archer dressed in green. He never stares into human eyes and always keeps his head down. Loraica is interested in microorganisms and manipulating them. He guides 30 legions of demons. This demon provides sorcerers with information about the outcomes of wars and competitions. Loraica is described in ancient texts as a ruthless and mysterious being. With his abilities, he poses a hidden threat to humanity. Loraica is known in history for his profound impacts on biological sciences. He assists sorcerers in performing dangerous acts. This demon is a powerful and unpredictable entity. Eligos. Eligos, the 15th demon, appears as a soldier with a banner or a snake. He knows the fate of soldiers on the battlefield and has altered the outcomes of many wars in history. Eligos guides 60 legions of demons. Ancient kings who worshipped him consulted him on military matters. This demon is described in ancient texts as a being with military knowledge. Eligos assists sorcerers in performing war-related acts. With his abilities, he is a dangerous and influential entity. Eligos is known in history for his profound impacts on wars. He is aware of hidden secrets. This demon poses a great threat to humanity.
Limigitan Claviculus Salomonis. Episode 2.
Zephyr. Described as a great duke, Zephyr is said to appear cloaked in red, like a soldier. His traditional lore is quite specific. It's claimed that he has the power to make women fall in love with men and can unite them in that love. He's also said to have the ability to make women barren. According to the text, he governs 26 legions of lesser spirits. Like many figures in the Goetia, Zephyr's narrative is tied to human relationships and influence, reflecting the age-old desires for connection and control over one's romantic destiny. Bottas. Next up, we have the 17th spirit, Bottas. He's depicted in a dual form, first as an ugly viper, and then, upon command, transforming into a human shape with large teeth and 2 horns, carrying a sharp, bright sword. Bottas holds the titles of a great president and an earl. His supposed abilities are quite remarkable. He is said to tell of all things past and to come, and to reconcile friends and foes. This dual nature of knowledge and social harmony makes him a particularly interesting figure. Commanding 60 legions, Bottas represents the power of insight and diplomacy, bridging divides and revealing hidden truths. Bathin. Let's move on to the 18th spirit, Bathin. Described as a mighty and strong duke, Bathin's appearance is that of a strong man with the tail of a serpent, riding a pale horse. His domain is quite unique. He is said to know the virtues of herbs and precious stones and has the extraordinary ability to transport people suddenly from one country to another. This power of teleportation is a recurring theme in mythologies worldwide, symbolizing the desire to transcend physical limitations. Bathin, who governs 30 legions of spirits, embodies this magical mobility and a deep connection to the natural world's hidden properties. Salos. The 19th spirit on our list is Salos. A great and mighty duke, Salos appears in the form of a gallant soldier riding a crocodile, wearing a ducal crown on his head. Interestingly, he's described as being of a peaceful nature. His primary attribute, according to the grimoire, is to cause love between men and women. Unlike Zephyr, whose influence seems more forceful, Salos is portrayed as a facilitator of mutual affection. Governing 30 legions, his lore emphasizes the gentler, more harmonious aspects of love and attraction, presenting a different perspective on relationships within this complex hierarchy. Person. Now, let's look at the 20th spirit, Person. A great king. Person's appearance is striking. A man with the face of a lion, carrying a cruel viper in his hand and riding a bear. He's often preceded by the sound of many trumpets. Person is associated with hidden knowledge. He is said to know of all hidden things, can discover treasure, and tells of all things past, present, and to come. He can also take on a human or an airy body and answer truly of all earthly things, both secret and divine, and of the creation of the world. With 22 legions under his command, Person represents the pursuit of profound, almost cosmic knowledge. Morax. The 21st spirit is Morax. Morax appears as a great earl and president, taking the form of a great bull with a man's face. His specialty is intellectual. He's said to make people exceedingly knowledgeable in astronomy and all other liberal sciences. He can also provide good familiars, which in this context means helpful spirits, who know the virtues of herbs and precious stones. Commanding 30 legions, Morax embodies the scholarly pursuit of knowledge, particularly in the sciences and the natural world, linking the celestial with the terrestrial through understanding. Ipos. Our journey continues with the 22nd spirit, Ipos. A powerful earl and prince, Ipos has a truly composite form, appearing as an angel with the head of a lion, the tail of a hare, and the feet of a goose. He is associated with courage and intelligence. The grimoire claims he knows all things past, present, and to come, and can make men witty and bold. This combination of foresight, intellect, and bravery makes Ipos a figure of empowerment. Governing 36 legions, he represents the sharpening of the mind and the strengthening of the will, enabling individuals to face challenges with confidence. Aim. We now arrive at the 23rd spirit, Aim, also known as Aim or Haberum. He is described as a mighty duke who appears as a very handsome man, yet with 3 heads. The first like a serpent, the second like a man with 2 stars upon his forehead, and the third like a cat. He rides upon a colossal serpent and carries in his hand a blazing torch with which he sets cities, castles, and great places aflame. It is said that he makes a person sharp-witted and insightful in all matters, providing true answers to private questions. Commanding 26 legions, Aim embodies a dual nature, a giver of hidden knowledge and intelligence, yet also a destructive force, representing the tension between creation and ruin, wisdom and raw power. Nibirius, also known as Cerberus. He holds the rank of a marquis and is said to command 19 legions. The texts describe him appearing as a 3-headed dog or a crow. He has a hoarse voice, but is known for making men cunning and knowledgeable in all arts and sciences, especially in rhetoric. Nibirius is depicted as a teacher, someone who can restore lost dignities and honors. Imagine this mythical being, a blend of animalistic features and profound intellect, whose purpose is to impart wisdom. His crow-like form connects him to symbolism of prophecy and insight, while the 3-headed dog form evokes the guardian of the underworld from Greek mythology, Cerberus, suggesting a deep connection to hidden knowledge. He represents the power of speech and the recovery of one's standing in the world, a truly fascinating combination. Glaciolabolas. Next up is Glaciolabolas, a mighty president and earl. He is said to appear in the form of a dog with the wings of a griffin. This is a very specific and powerful image, merging the loyalty of a dog with the majestic, fierce nature of a griffin. Glaciolabolas is described as a teacher of all arts and sciences in an instant, but his knowledge has a darker side to it. He is said to be an author of bloodshed and manslaughter, and can tell all things past, present, and future. One of his most unique attributed abilities is causing love between friends and foes, and he can also make men invisible. His dual nature as a purveyor of both profound knowledge and terrible conflict makes him one of the more complex figures. He is a master of secrets, both the kind that build bridges and the kind that tear them down. He governs 36 legions of spirits, a testament to his power. Buni. Now let's talk about Buni, a strong, great, and mighty duke. Buni's appearance is particularly striking. He is described as a dragon with 3 heads. One head is like a dog, one like a griffin, and the third like a man. This tri-headed form suggests a command over different realms of being: the animal, the mythical, and the human. Boone speaks with a high and comely voice. His domain is wealth and wisdom. He is said to change the place of the dead and cause the spirits under his command to gather upon their graves. He gives true answers to questions about riches and makes men wise and eloquent. For those seeking prosperity and polish in their speech, Buni is the figure they would look to in these old tales. He commands 30 legions, and his power lies in transforming one's fortune and intellect, moving things from the realm of the unseen into tangible reality. Ronov. Moving on, we have Ronov, a marquis and great earl who commands 19 legions. He's depicted as a monster, often holding a staff, but details of this monster form are scarce, leaving much to the imagination. Despite this potentially intimidating appearance, Ronov's expertise is surprisingly helpful. He is said to teach rhetoric and art, providing a good understanding of languages. He also procures the favor of friends and foes. So, while his form might be monstrous, His function is that of a great teacher and a social mediator. He helps people not only to speak well, but also to be well-liked and understood by others. Ronov represents the idea that appearances can be deceiving, and that true power can lie in the ability to communicate effectively and build positive relationships. He brings servants to the aid of the practitioner, symbolizing the support we gain through good communication. Bareth. Our fifth figure is Bareth, a terrible, great, and powerful duke. He has two other names he is known by, Beal and Bofri. He appears as a soldier in red apparel, riding a red horse and wearing a golden crown. The color red, associated with power, passion, and danger, is central to his image. Bareth's voice is said to be very clear and subtle. He gives true answers concerning the past, present, and future. According to the lore, one must use a special ring to command him, a detail that emphasizes his immense power and the care one must take. He can turn all metals into gold, a classic alchemical power, and can give and confirm dignities. He commands 26 legions. Bareth is a figure of immense authority and alchemical transformation, a royal and formidable entity whose presence demands respect. Astaroth. Next, we encounter Astaroth, a very powerful and great duke. He appears in the form of a hurtful angel, riding on an infernal beast like a dragon and carrying a viper in his right hand. This imagery is intense and full of potent symbols. Despite this hurtful appearance, he is said to give true answers of things past, present, and to come, and can discover all secrets. He will declare willingly how the spirits fell and the reason for his own fall. He is described as a liberal teacher of the sciences. To approach him, the conjurer must hold a magical ring close to their face to protect them from his foul breath. Astaroth governs 40 legions. He embodies the classic trope of the fallen angel who possesses immense, ancient knowledge, willing to share the secrets of the cosmos and of his own tragic history. Fornius. Let's turn to Fornius, a great marquis of the sea. He appears as a great sea monster. This form perfectly aligns with his domain. His primary function is to teach rhetoric and languages, give men a good name, and make them be loved by their friends and foes. Similar to Ronov, Fornius is a master of social grace and communication, but with a distinct maritime flavor. His power is to calm the raging seas of social interaction, to make one's reputation pristine, and to foster goodwill everywhere. Imagine a creature of the deep, a leviathan of myth, whose gift is to make you the most well-spoken and beloved person in the room. He commands 29 legions, some from the Order of Thrones and some from the Order of Angels, indicating a high and noble origin within the mythical hierarchy. Forus. Now for Forus, a great president who commands 29 legions. He appears in the form of a strong man in human shape. Forus is a treasure trove of knowledge and abilities. He can teach the arts of logic and ethics in all their parts. His more supernatural-sounding abilities include making men invisible, bestowing long life, and making them witty. Most notably, he can discover treasures and recover things that are lost. Forus is like a mythical Swiss Army knife, a figure who can improve your mind, your lifespan, and your fortune. He represents the recovery of what is lost, whether it's a physical object, a piece of knowledge, or even lost time. His human form makes him one of the more approachable figures, a wise old master ready to impart his many secrets. Asmodeus. We now arrive at one of the most famous names, Asmodeus. He's a great king, strong and powerful, who appears with 3 heads. The first is like a bull, the second like a man, and the third like a ram. He also has the tail of a serpent, breathes fire, and rides upon an infernal dragon, carrying a lance and a banner. This is a truly fearsome and regal image. Asmodeus teaches the arts of arithmetic, astronomy, geometry, and all handicrafts. He gives full and true answers to any demand. He can make one invincible and reveals the location of treasures. He rules over 72 legions. Asmodeus is often associated with lust and worldly desires, but in the Goetia, his primary role is that of a great teacher and a revealer of secrets, a king whose power encompasses both the intellectual and the material worlds. Gap. Finally, we have Gap, a great president and prince. He is said to appear when the sun is in one of the southern signs, in a human shape, going before 4 great and mighty kings. His description gives him an air of incredible authority, like a herald for royalty. Gap's domain is vast. He teaches philosophy and all liberal sciences. He can cause love or hatred and make men insensible or ignorant. He can teach how to consecrate things, deliver familiars out of the custody of other magicians, and give true answers concerning things past, present, and to come. He can also transport men from one kingdom to another with amazing speed. Gap is a master of knowledge, emotion, and even transportation. He governed 66 legions and was said to be of the order of potentates. And here's a brief look into the world of 18 demons from the Ars Goetia. Each of these entities has its own story, appearance, and set of unique powers. These accounts are more than just ancient descriptions. They reflect humanity's age-old fascination with knowledge, power, and the unknown. They are powerful symbols that have endured for centuries.
Lemegeton Clavicula Salomonis. Episode 3. Furfur.
Our first figure is Furfur, the 34th spirit listed. He's described as a great earl, appearing initially as a stag with a fiery tail. Only when compelled into a magical triangle will he assume the form of an angel. Furfur is said to speak with a hoarse voice and, according to the text, will not speak the truth unless commanded. His domain is quite diverse. He's believed to cause love between a man and a woman, create storms, tempests, thunder, and lightning, and can answer questions about secret and divine things. This duality, from a fiery stag to a celestial being, from a purveyor of love to a master of storms, makes Furfur a truly complex character in the grimoires pantheon.
Marcosius.
Next, we encounter Marcosius, the 35th spirit. He is a great marquis, and his appearance is truly formidable. A wolf with griffin's wings and a serpent's tail, breathing fire from his mouth. Like Furfur, he can be commanded to take human form. Marcosius was described as a powerful fighter. Before his supposed fall, he was said to belong to the angelic order of dominions. The text contains a poignant detail. Marcosius apparently told King Solomon that after 1,200 years, he hoped to return to the heavens. This adds a layer of tragedy and longing to his character, painting him not just as a fierce beast, but as a being with a history and a hope for redemption.
Stolas.
Let's now turn our attention to Stolas, the 36th spirit. Stolas appears in the form of a great raven before taking the shape of a man. As a great prince, his expertise lies in the natural world and the cosmos. He teaches the art of astronomy and the properties of herbs and precious stones. Stolas is essentially the scholar of the group, a keeper of earthly and celestial knowledge. For those interested in ancient understandings of botany and geology, Stolas represents the personification of that wisdom, a guide to the secrets hidden within the earth and the stars above.
Phoenix.
Following Stolas is Phax, the 37th spirit. He is a great marquis who appears as a phoenix, the mythical bird of fire and rebirth, and sings with a child's voice. A key instruction is not to heed his beautiful melody at first, but to command him into human shape. Phax is a master of the arts and sciences. He is described as an excellent poet and is willing to perform any request. Similar to Marcosius, Phoenix also holds a hope of returning to his former celestial glory after 1,200 years. This theme of fallen beings longing for a return to grace is a recurring and powerful motif within the Lesser Key.
Alphas.
Now, let's look at a pair of spirits often discussed together, Alphas and Malphas. First, Alphas, the 38th spirit. He is an earl who appears in the form of a stalk dove, speaking with a hoarse voice. Alphas is a spirit of warfare and construction. His duties are to build up towers and to furnish them with ammunition and weapons. He's also said to send men of war to appointed places. He's the logistical and architectural mind for conflict, a builder of fortresses and an outfitter of armies.
Malphas.
His counterpart, Malphas, is the 39th spirit. Malphas is a mighty president who initially appears as a crow, but like others, will take human form. He also has a hoarse voice. Malphas's skills are complementary to Alphas. He can build houses and high towers with incredible speed, and can bring to a conjurer's knowledge the thoughts and desires of their enemies. He can also provide good familiars. The text notes that Malphas can receive sacrifices, but will deceive the one who makes them. This pair, Alphas and Malphas, represent the dual aspects of fortification, the physical construction and the strategic intelligence needed to defend it.
Rom.
Moving on, we come to Rom, the 40th spirit. Rom is a great earl, appearing first as a crow but taking human form when commanded. His abilities are quite dramatic. Rom is said to steal treasures out of kings' houses and carry them where he is commanded. He can destroy cities and dignities of men. Furthermore, he can tell things of the past, present, and what is to come. Perhaps most intriguingly, he can cause love between friends and foes. Rom embodies chaos and transformation, a force capable of tearing down old structures, both physical and social, while also having the power to bridge divides and reconcile opposites.
Focalar.
Our next figure is Focalar, the 41st spirit, a mighty duke. He appears in the form of a man with griffin's wings. His domain is the sea. Focalar has power over the wind and the waves, and is known for sinking ships of war and slaying men. The lore states he will not harm any man or thing if commanded not to by the conjurer. Like others we've discussed, Focalar also holds out hope for a return to the heavens after a period of time. He is the personification of the ocean's raw, untamable power, a force of destruction that can, with the right command, be held in check.
Viper.
We now come to Vepr, also known as Separ, the 42nd spirit on the list. She's a great duchess who appears in the form of a mermaid. Her dominion, much like that of Focalar, lies over the waters, where she commands the tides and directs fleets of warships. However, Vepr's power bears a darker and more horrifying aspect. At the request of a sorcerer, she can stir the seas into violent storms and make them appear filled with ships. She can also cause the wounds and injuries of humans to fester within 3 days, until worms are born within them and death follows. Vepr stands as a symbol of the sea's darker, more terrifying face, not only of storms, but of decay, death, and the hidden horrors that rise from the depths.
Sabnok.
Described as a great marquis, he appears in the form of an armed soldier with a lion's head, riding a pale horse. Sabnok's domain is construction. He's said to build high towers, castles, and cities, and can also afflict people with ailments. He commands 50 legions of spirits. His image as a builder soldier is a powerful metaphor for both creation and conflict, the two sides of establishing any great structure.
Shax.
Next, we have Shax, another great marquis who appears as a stork with a hoarse but subtle voice. At first glance, he seems deceptive. The grimoire says It takes away the sight, hearing, and understanding of any person at the conjurer's request and steals from the houses of kings. However, he's also said to be able to discover all hidden things and will bring good familiars. The duality of Shax, the stork who can both obscure and reveal, is a classic theme in these old texts.
Vine.
Then there's Vine, who's both a king and an earl. His appearance is striking, a lion riding a black horse and holding a viper in his hand. Vine is a discoverer of hidden things, witches, wizards, and the secrets of the past, present, and future. Like Sabnok, he's also a builder of towers, but he can also demolish great stone walls and cause storms on the water. A lion with a viper, a king who builds and destroys. This imagery speaks volumes about the raw power of nature and knowledge.
Bifrons.
Let's move on to Bifrons. He's an earl who appears as a monster, but can change into the form of a man. His specialties are quite scholarly. He teaches the virtues of stones and herbs, and has knowledge of astrology and geometry. But here's the twist. He's also known for moving bodies from their graves and lighting strange candles upon them. This combination of academic knowledge and macabre acts makes Bifrons a symbol of the line between science and the supernatural, between understanding life and meddling with death.
Yuval.
Now, consider Yuval, a great and mighty duke. He appears as a dromedary, a one-humped camel, but can also take human form. Yuval's primary role is to procure the love of women and to tell of things past, present, and to come. He also fosters friendships between friends and foes. The camel, a creature of endurance and long journeys, is a fitting form for a spirit who navigates the complex and often lengthy paths of human relationships and time itself.
Hageni.
Let's talk about Hagenti, a great president. He first appears as a mighty bull with the wings of a griffin, but later takes human shape. Hagenti is a master of alchemy and transformation. He can turn all metals into gold and change water into wine, or wine into water. His power is one of pure transmutation, symbolizing the potential for radical change and the pursuit of perfection, a core concept in alchemical philosophy.
Crossel.
Following him is Crossel, a great duke who appears as an angel. He speaks mystically of hidden things and teaches the art of liberal sciences. His most notable power is warming bodies of water and discovering baths. An angel who controls the temperature of water might seem odd, but in an age where warm water was a luxury and a key to health, this ability would have been seen as incredibly valuable. It represents comfort, healing, and the uncovering of natural resources.
Furcas.
Next is Furcas, a knight of the spiritual hierarchy. He appears as a cruel old man with a long beard and a sharp weapon, riding a pale horse. Despite his intimidating appearance, he's a teacher. His subjects are philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, and palm reading. He is a perfect teacher of these arts. Furcas embodies the concept of wisdom gained through age and experience, the stern but effective mentor who holds the keys to profound knowledge.
Balaam.
Now, meet Balaam, a terrible and powerful king. He has 3 heads, one of a bull, one of a man, and one of a ram. He also has the tail of a serpent and flaming eyes. He rides upon a furious bear and carries a goshawk on his fist. Balaam gives true answers of things past, present, and future, and can also make men invisible and witty. This multi-headed figure, riding a bear, represents a convergence of different kinds of power strength, intellect, and aggression, and the ability to see from multiple perspectives at once.
Alosis.
Finally, let's look at Alosis. He's a great and strong duke, appearing as a soldier riding a great horse. His face is like that of a lion, very red with flaming eyes. He speaks with a great and hoarse voice. Olasis teaches the art of astronomy and all the liberal sciences. He brings good familiars. The image of the red-faced lion soldier is one of intense authority and passion. He represents the kind of knowledge that isn't just passive, but is pursued with fiery determination and leadership.
In the fourth and final episode of our documentary series on the Lesser Key of Solomon, Lemegeton Clavicula Salomonis, we continue our exploration into the mysterious and lesser-known realm of Ars Goetia. After examining the 52 demons in the previous episodes, today we begin our journey with the introduction of the 53rd demon.
President Cameo. Our first figure is President Cameo. Described as appearing initially as a thrush, he can later take the form of a man carrying a sharp sword. What makes Cameo particularly interesting is his domain. He is said to teach the understanding of the songs of birds and the language of other animals, like the barking of dogs. Beyond this, he is considered a master of logic and rhetoric, capable of providing true answers about things to come. In the text, he's depicted as a great disputant, able to turn arguments into water. This symbolism suggests a mastery over communication, both natural and intellectual, making him a figure of profound understanding and eloquence. Duke Murmur. Next, we encounter Duke Murmur, a figure with a truly striking and theatrical description. He is said to appear as a warrior riding a griffin, wearing a ducal crown, and preceded by two of his ministers sounding trumpets. This grand entrance befits his supposed role. Murmur's specialty is philosophy, and he is said to teach it perfectly and completely. Furthermore, he has the power to compel the souls of the deceased to appear and answer questions. This dual nature, a master of high-minded philosophy and a conduit to the spirits of the departed, paints him as a bridge between the world of abstract thought and the mysteries of the afterlife. Prince Orobus. Let's turn to Prince Orobus. This entity is described as appearing first as a horse, but transforming into a man at the conjurer's request. Orobus holds a unique position within the Ars Goetia for his reputation of loyalty and truthfulness. According to the text, he gives true answers about things past, present, and to come. He's also said to be able to discover falsehoods and grant dignities and the favor of friends and foes. Most notably, Orobus is described as being faithful and never deceiving anyone, which sets him apart from many other figures in the grimoire, making him a symbol of reliable knowledge and protection against deceit. Duke Gremory. Now, consider Duke Gremory, a figure of hidden treasures and profound knowledge. Gremory is depicted as a beautiful woman, wearing a duchess's crown and riding a camel. This striking imagery is matched by her purported abilities. She is said to tell of all treasures, both hidden and overt, and to reveal the secrets of things past, present, and future. But perhaps her most sought-after ability is procuring the love of women, both young and old. This combination of material wealth, secret knowledge, and influence over matters of the heart makes Gremory a complex and powerful figure, representing the discovery of both worldly and emotional riches. President Oz. We now arrive at President Oz, a figure associated with transformation and illusion. Oz is said to appear first as a leopard, then as a man. His primary power is to make one wise in all liberal sciences. However, he also possesses a more curious ability. He can change a person's shape into anything the conjurer desires, making the transformed person believe they are truly that king, pope, or other form. This illusion is so potent that it is said to last for 1 hour. Oz represents the power of knowledge, but also the deceptive nature of appearances and the fine line between reality and perception. President Amy. Let's explore President Amy, a figure of fire and wisdom. She is described as appearing in a flame of fire before taking human form. Amy is a master teacher, instructing in astrology and all the liberal sciences. He is also known for providing excellent familiars and, interestingly, for revealing treasures that are kept by spirits. His fiery appearance symbolizes enlightenment and the spark of genius, while his ability to unveil hidden treasures suggests the discovery of profound, guarded knowledge. Amy stands as a figure representing intellectual illumination and the unlocking of deep secrets. Marquis Aureus. Next is Marquis Aureus, a figure connected to the stars and worldly honors. He appears as a lion riding a mighty horse with a serpent's tail and holding two great hissing serpents in his right hand. This powerful, almost chimerical image reflects his domain. Aureus is said to teach the virtues of the stars and the mansions of the planets, which is an old term for astrological houses. He can also transform men, grant dignities and honors, and reconcile friends and foes. Aureus embodies the influence of the cosmos on human destiny and the attainment of status and harmony in the earthly realm. Duke Vapula. We now turn to Duke Vapula, a patron of practical skills and manual arts. He is described as a lion with griffin's wings. Vapula's specialty lies in the tangible world. He is said to make men knowledgeable in all handicrafts and professions, including mechanics. He also imparts philosophy and other sciences. In a grimoire often focused on abstract power and secrets, Vapula stands out as a figure championing craftsmanship, engineering, and the skilled application of knowledge. He represents the intelligence found not just in books, but in the hands of the artisan and the mind of the inventor. King Zagan. Our penultimate figure is the formidable King Zagan. He appears first as a bull with griffin's wings, then as a man. Zagan possesses the remarkable power of transmutation. He is said to make men witty, turn water into wine, wine into water, and blood into wine. He can also turn any metal into a coin of the Dominion, essentially transmuting base metals into gold. This alchemical power symbolizes profound transformation and the ability to turn the mundane into the valuable, both literally and metaphorically, representing wit and the refinement of one's own nature. President Valak. President Valak. He is described as a small boy with angel's wings, riding a two-headed dragon. Despite his cherubic appearance, Valak is known for a very specific and potent ability. He gives true answers about hidden treasures. But more uniquely, he reveals where serpents can be found and delivers them harmlessly to the conjurer. This control over serpents, ancient symbols of wisdom, danger, and hidden knowledge, combined with his power to find treasure, makes Valak a figure of discovery and mastery over concealed forces. He represents the ability to find wealth and to handle dangerous knowledge safely. Andras. He's a great Marquis, and his appearance is truly striking. He manifests as an angel with the head of a black knight raven, riding upon a strong black wolf and brandishing a sharp, shining sword. Andras is known for his ability to sow discord. The grimoire warns that he can teach one how to defeat their enemies, but that this knowledge is perilous and can lead to the downfall of both the target and the conjurer. He commands 30 legions of spirits. His nature serves as a powerful reminder of the double-edged sword of power and the importance of wielding it with immense caution and wisdom. Horse. Next, at number 64, we encounter Hors, also known as Hars, Havers, or Floros. A great duke, he initially appears as a mighty and terrible leopard. However, at the conjurer's command, he will take on a human form with fiery eyes and a dreadful expression. Hors gives true answers about all things past, present, and future. But there's a catch. He must be commanded to stand within a magical triangle, or else he will deceive the magician and tell tales of his own. He can speak of the creation of the world and the fall of the spirits, and he will destroy and burn the conjurer's enemies if desired. He also protects the magician from temptation by other spirits. Ars commands 36 legions, a powerful but potentially deceptive ally. Androphus. Following him is the 65th spirit, Androphus. He is a mighty marquis, first appearing as a peacock, making a great deal of noise. After a time, he assumes a human shape. Androphus's specialty lies in the realm of knowledge, particularly geometry and all things related to measurement. He can also, quite unusually, transform a person into the likeness of a bird. He is said to make men incredibly subtle in all things related to cunning and intellect. He governs 30 legions of spirits. For those seeking mastery over logic, mathematics, and the subtle arts of the mind, Androphus is the spirit to know. Simages. Now we meet Simages, also known as Siamese or grimoires. He's the 66th spirit, a marquis described as mighty, great, strong, and powerful. He appears as a valiant warrior riding upon a handsome black horse. Simages rules over all the spirits in the parts of Africa. His office is to teach grammar, logic, and rhetoric perfectly, and to discover lost or hidden treasures. He is also said to make a man seem like a soldier of his own kind. He commands 20 legions of infernal spirits. Simages is a figure of noble bearing and scholastic prowess, a teacher in a warrior's guise. Amdusius. At number 67, we find Amdusius, also called Amducius. He's a great and strong duke. His initial form is that of a unicorn, but at the request of the exorcist, he will stand before them in human shape. His presence is not a quiet one. Trumpets and all manner of musical instruments are heard, though not always seen. Amdusius is a master of sound and nature. He can cause trees to bend and incline according to the conjurer's will. Most notably, he gives excellent familiars and can cause concerts to be heard without the performers being visible. He governs 29 legions of spirits, a patron of unseen orchestras and the power of nature. Belial. The 68th spirit is one of the most famous in all of demonology. Belial. He is a mighty and powerful king, created next after Lucifer. He appears in the form of 2 beautiful angels sitting in a chariot of fire. He speaks with a comely voice and declares that he fell first from among the worthiest sort. Belial's office is to distribute high titles and favors from friends and foes, and to provide excellent familiars. However, the text stresses that this king must be presented with offerings and sacrifices, or he will not give true answers. He governs 50 legions of spirits. Belial represents ambition, charisma, and earthly power, but his aid always comes at a price. Decarabia. Next is Decarabia, the 69th spirit. A marquis, he appears in the form of a star and a pentacle at first, but at the magician's command, he takes on the image of a man. His knowledge is centered on the virtues of herbs and precious stones. He can also provide familiars in the form of birds, which fly and sing before the exorcist and even eat like natural birds. Decarabia commands 30 legions, offering a unique connection to the natural world and its hidden properties, blending the arcane with the botanical and ornithological. Seer. We are nearing the end with the 70th spirit, Seer, also known as Seer or Seer. He is a mighty prince under the command of Amaman, king of the East. He appears in the form of a beautiful man, riding upon a winged horse. His office is to go and come, and to bring abundance of things suddenly. He can travel over the entire earth in the blink of an eye. He can discover all sorts of thefts, hidden treasures, and a vast array of other things. He is described as being of an indifferent or good nature, willing to do anything the magician desires. He governs 26 legions of spirits. Seer is the embodiment of speed, transport, and instant gratification. Dantalion. Our penultimate spirit is Dantalion, number 71. He is a duke, great and mighty, appearing in the form of a man with many faces, all men's and women's faces, on one head. He holds a book in his right hand. Dantalion's powers are profound and touch upon the mind and heart. He can teach any art and science and will declare the secret counsels of anyone, for he knows the thoughts of all people and can change them at his will. He can cause love and show the similitude of any person in a vision, regardless of where they are in the world. He governs 36 legions of spirits. Dantalion is a master of psychology, empathy, and the hidden currents of human thought. Andromelius. And finally, we arrive at the 72nd and last spirit of the Ars Goetia, Andromelius. He is an earl, great and mighty, appearing in the form of a man holding a great serpent in his hand. His office is multifaceted and deeply tied to justice and retribution. Andromelius can bring back both a thief and the goods that were stolen. He discovers all wickedness and underhanded dealing, and he punishes all thieves and other wicked people. He can also discover hidden treasures. He commands 36 legions of spirits. Andromelius serves as the great accountant and enforcer of the Goetia, ensuring that wrongs are righted and hidden things are brought to light. And now, we come to the final 20 spirits of the Ars Goetia. This last group encompasses a remarkable range of powers and personalities hidden within this ancient text.
Each of these spirits offers a unique window into the nature of human desire, knowledge, and the unseen forces that shape our world. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the Lesser Key of Solomon. It's been a privilege to explore these mysteries with you. If you've enjoyed this series and want to continue exploring the world of ancient grimoires and esoteric knowledge, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.